is Morning Cafe, hotter than your coffee.
Right, it is 9 minutes past the top of the hour. It is quite chilly in Nairobi. In case hujatoka kwa nyumba sahi, please plan that utoke an umbrella or something very, very warm, because it's about to be a very, very chilly day, but usi worry, because we're going to be making your morning as hot as possible. I'm yours truly, Stanley Nyaringita. Before we get into the band, because we had promised you a very interesting band, it's a whole Rumba edition. Before anza kututumia hizo requests zako, we want to talk about something that is very, very interesting. If you're in the streets of Nairobi and you umetembea pale, you've seen ama umeitu ukaambiwa kuja nikupige kapicha leo, si ndio? Or in other places, it is quite big. Either you're going to the studio or the street photography. Now, this is so many years later, so many years before, watu wangengojea very special days ndio photographer kuje. Now, today we have someone who has been in this industry for quite a number of years. Na ameona this whole revolution, and we really want to understand for the upcoming photographers, what do they need to do? Ndio hadi wa style up. Joshua Ekumo, he's the CEO of 2B Photography. Karibu sana.
Thank you.
I hope your morning and your year has been fantastic.
Yeah, it is. Just that it's a bit chilly, but it's good to have both weather, sunny, chilly. It's making everything beautiful.
Oh yes, and particularly actually for you guys as photographers.
Yeah.
Hii inakuwa weather mzuri kwa picha ama ni?
Yeah, all weather is good. You can have, but though it has limitations, especially the rainy season. Definitely, when you're doing outdoor shoots and indoor shoots, those are different cases.
All right.
Yeah.
Let's start with knowing who is Ekumo.
Ekumo is a born Western guy from Butere, but we've gone through different places, been in Eldoret, now Nairobi, but all in all, I'm a photographer.
Okay.
Yes.
Right. So where are you based exactly? Because you're telling us from Eldoret again, up in Nairobi. Where are you based exactly?
We both in Eldoret and Nairobi, but Eldoret is our main office. That's where we began. The photography part began in 2015. That's in Eldoret, like 9 years ago. But we did other businesses before that, and we're still doing it. The graphics part, the printing, branding, that was way back in 2009 up to now. Yeah, but we are now in Nairobi for the last 3 years. Yes.
So 2009 up to right now, quite a number of years, so much has changed.
Of course.
Tell us how your journey imekuwa. One, on social media, technology, venye vitu zimechange so far, the new features on cameras, nini, that keep on changing.
Definitely. Now technology is taking the main leap. Long time ago, people didn't know how to market, how to get clients, how to get the photographer. But now social media has brought everything on a silver plate.
Okay.
You need a studio. Someone has just called me when I walked in. I've been looking for a studio. I got you on Instagram. Can I book a session?
Okay.
Like, so now that is the trend. You don't need to go physically. We're here. Please come. Like people are online. So technology is helping us. But at the same time, you have to go out and get clients, yes.
So how do you balance that? Because if you have set up somewhere, Pale Afya Center, for example,
Yes.
and just outside your space, there are a number of other street photographers there. So the kind of marketing that they're doing would maybe surpass what you are telling them. Wanawambia kuja tukupige picha.
Yeah, definitely.
Alikuwa ana plan kukuja kwako. How do you balance that?
It's been a challenge. Like they are allowed on the street right now in Nairobi. Every corner is a photographer there with a light, camera, ready to go. Of course, that's like instant thing.
Yes.
Sometimes there are those people who walk in the studio, they have not booked, they just want to do a shoot and go, like a touch and go. And now they get to the street and someone is telling, I'm giving you your photo right now, I'm ready. Can you pause? Like, it's instant. It's a challenge. You're waiting in a rented place on the Gorofa, someone to come and do the shoot, before you pay your bills and all that, someone has been hijacked on the street. Although we have an upper hand, of course, because there are those people who want to change outfits.
Yes.
You know, on the street, you won't be changing an outfit. Someone is not working with the ready outfit to do the shoot. Maybe anataka amebeba, anataka kwenda, then do the shoot. So those are advantages. In as much as those guys are already facing the client, like, why should you go up there and here? It's a challenge right now, exactly in Nairobi.
Right. It seems as if all one needs is a camera and an answer. Is that it, Ama? There are so many other things that you need, my permits, to come with the kind of skills. Tell us about that.
Definitely, people are, you know, when we began photography in 2015, there were so limited grounds of photography where you need to have a lot of things. But right now, people have realized, I just need a camera, I need a light, and nothing else. Now, Sakaja has given them the room to do business on the streets without permits, without paying the revenues. But on the flip side, those guys who are in the studios, rooms rented, let's say here, you have to pay those bills. You have to do the balance sheet of every expenditure. Those guys are not spending on the streets, most honestly. But I think you need skills. Even if it's on the street, you know, that's the direct sunshine.
Yes.
Maybe the weather, like right now it's chilly, it's raining, it's drizzling. If you don't know how to operate your camera, you will end up doing a useless job. But if you know the skills of how to balance your camera light settings and all that, of course, even on the street. We also do street photography, but professionally when you are booked. Like you have a shoot in Nairobi on the street, maybe outside in a garden. Yeah, we do outdoor shoots.
All right.
Yeah, but the skills are key. In as much as you'll need the camera and the light, you need the skill.
And speak of skills, something that so many Kenyans really are tend to be angry about. Utakuwa unafanya street photography yako, alafu I was just passing by and you take a photo of me and you post it somewhere. Do most photographers, is it ignorance or a lack of knowledge on the kind of laws surrounding photography before you start telling us your last thoughts?
I think it's ignorance because they need to know the image rights. Because when, even me, if I'm featuring in your photo without my consent, I have a right to sue you.
Yes.
And it's a challenge. But Kenyans, you know, sometimes they don't care. They just say, take the shoot.
Yes.
Yeah.
Right. It's about 47 days to Christmas. Inamaanisha for you guys, it's a boom season.
It's a time to be busy.
Yes, it's a time to be busy. For someone watching us this morning, how much would they probably be making around this time?
Now, that depends on your targets, business targets, because there are those guys who are doing professional shots for only bookings. There are those guys who are like, you already come for the shoot, and those guys who like, you know, the events here, I want a photographer, freelancers. But generally, if you know how to get your client, you'll make a dish on it.
Okay.
Because this is the time Kenyans are making memories. For families, graduations are in the corner because this is the season. Yeah, all left, right, center, people are doing shoots.
So that means that the fact that you're given permits and you don't really have to pay to be on the street as a photographer. Inafaa kutupatia discounts masaa, si ndio?
But not us. You know, we are not on the streets.
Okay.
Like
No, okay.
we are hawking.
Even for those who are on the streets.
Those who are on the streets, maybe now they should consider, because they're not paying the revenues and all the permits and all that. They should consider, of course, they're cheaper.
Okay.
Even if you hear what they're charging, it's cheap. Okay. So those are like discounts.
Okay.
But we also we consider, like right now we are running offers for the end year.
Oh, okay.
We have so many beautiful offers. You check on our Instagram page, we have pinned rates on To Be Photos. People are, of course, they're crashing in because it's a good deal.
Right.
Yeah.
So how do you market yourself as a photographer? Because if you're in Eldoret as well as Nairobi, the people, even for those who are just based in Nairobi, but you really want to expand market yako away from Nairobi. How do you do that?
We're targeting, if you like in Nairobi, we're narrowing down to Nairobi. Okay, the social media has techniques of how to market.
Okay.
You can narrow to a region and to get your clients in that region.
Right.
But if you want a nationwide, still you can open up. But at the end of the day, you need to have enough staff, enough equipment to do the job.
Right.
Yeah.
All right. Kubo, nadeongelea kamera kwa mbele yako and advise the young people who are saying hakuna jobs hapa Kenya, and advise them they need to take up photography and why it actually pays. And then ukimaliza tuambie ni request gani ya rumba. I don't know if you're a fan of rumba. Naona umefika 40, so ukiingia hiyo
rumba lazima.
So yes.
All right. To the guys who want to do like waiting for an employment is in Kenya right now, it's like a 20 to 80% probability. So venture into photography. You can learn online the skills. You can try to have a mentor. So we've mentored so many guys who are doing photography right now in Kenya. They are big guys already, of course. But photography is a good deal. It's something that's not going to retire you very soon, anytime soon. You just go with technology every day, changing, yes, but you have to adapt. But at the end of the day, it has something to put on the table. Like young guys, especially those who are out of colleges or out of high schools, you can do something in line of photography and it can really change your life. That is it. It's a guarantee.
All right.
Yeah.
Request yako for the top classic band?
Rumba.
Yeah.
No, I'm a fan of every rumba. I listen to any.
To any.
But I'm sure the guys doing the rumba, the first rumba they're going to do is the key. It's what we want.
Gani hiyo? Kasongo yeye ama gani?
Kasongo can go because it's trending. But I think Kenyans, we are changing some kind of way. Now saizi ukisikia Kasongo unajua there's something funny coming up on that.
Most definitely. And as he says,
Yeah.
there's definitely a lot coming up. Thank you very much, Joshua Ekumo. He's the CEO of To Be Photographer. And I hope you've learned a thing or two in case either you're a client or you want to really get into the whole photography industry in Alipa. So ni wewe ujue how you're going to be making from clicks to cash. We'll take a short break. Tunaingia into some Feel Good Friday. Bansi Kimuyu, your weekend queue, will be right here with me. Top classic band. So anza ku make sure that tumetengeneza